Welcome back into K-Nation. KU Women's Golf is off to the NCAA Championships to round out the best season in program history, and they used a golfer's first ever win to get there.
First collegiate win. Not only a win for Lyla Louderbaugh, sure 8-stroke victory, the largest margin at a regional since 2006.
Insane.
I caught up with the new leader in the clubhouse before the team heads off to California.
You're a winner now. You said it took a while for it to set in. What were the emotions once it set in?
I was very happy. Like, this has been a long time coming, and I won a lot over the summer, but just winning and the collegiate level is just different, and it's just a different feeling. And just to know how strong the field was, it's really satisfying. Very satisfying.
I can see the emotions coming out. Coach Cool admitted that this is a long time coming for you. As a freshman, you weren't on the roster at the big events. You were spotted in the fall, and she said that you worked your tail off to get here. Does that make this mean more to you?
Absolutely. That's something that I reflected on after last year, and that something I wanted to do this season was help my team compete to the national championship, and that's just what I've done.
Coach Cool says she recruits competitors. I believe you're a multi-sport athlete in high school. What is it about you that likes competition?
Yeah, my dad played collegiate basketball, so did my grandpa, so I've had collegiate sports in my blood. And just competitiveness. Like, my brother and I compete all the time. When I'm home for summer, we play. I just really love competing, and just the drive and everything that it takes to be the best I can be and to get myself to be there is just like the journey is just very fun for me.
Now, with all due respect, Lyla, no wins, no top. There was a tied for third, I believe, in there, but you weren't climbing up to the top of the leaderboards throughout the season. At what point were you like, okay, I can win a regional of all events?
To be honest, I didn't.
They breathe so much confidence into you.
Yeah. I knew going into the week the field was very strong, and my goal was top 10, like personal goal. So after the first round, I was in contention. And I knew that the following day was going to be tough conditions, but I'm from the Midwest, so I know how the weather can be, and I've practiced in every single situation you could think of. So I wasn't going to let that affect my mindset going into the next day, and I went out and I put up a good score, and I think it was like one of 2 under par rounds for the day. So I was really proud of that.
But then the first hole of the final round is a bogey. What's going through your mind when you start a stroke back?
I hit it. I didn't hit the fairway, and then it was pretty thick rough, obviously, because the course was playing. They hadn't.
I know people can snowball in that
Yeah.
situation. I even think about Roy at the Masters recently. What one small thing can keep you going?
Yeah, I knew it was like a hard situation I put myself in, so I kind of just accepted the bogey, and I was like, bogeys are going to happen. I haven't made a lot all week, so I wasn't concerned, and there were so many holes left to play, so I was just keeping that mellow attitude and moving on to the next hole.
And then you end up winning by 8, but going into hole 18, what are you thinking? Because you could mess up, you could 12-shot this thing and still win. What's in your mind when you're stepping into the tee box?
I didn't know the live standings, but I knew in my head that I probably won because I had a 2-shot lead and no one else was shooting 10 under. At least the girl I was playing with wasn't. So it really didn't hit me until 17 that I had a shot to win it, and so then all I was thinking was just middle of the green, 2-putt, middle of the green, 2-putt, hit the fairway, middle of the green, 2-putt, and It wasn't the most nervous I've ever felt, just because I knew I had kind of a few shots to work with, but still very, very nerve-wracking.
In such an individual sport, everyone that we've talked to in this program talk about team. What is it about KU that supports this team area of the sport?
Yeah, we have a great group of girls. We're all very close, and it's a very similar team as last year, so we kind of have those strong bonds, and we have a lot of seniors, so they have good bonds, and they have great leadership over us. And so it's sad to see them leave, but I'm excited for next year and kind of taking on that leadership role that they're leaving for me.
Lyla's super sweet, and it's always good to me when good people have good success.
No, absolutely.
All right, stick around. More K Nation comes your way after the break.